Hey, how's it going? I'm Payne the Fiddler, and I'm back with another time lapse. We are concluding the Coaster Makeover Challenge today. Going to be starting off in the underground section. This is kind of the big showpiece, the big why for the whole blueprint, you could say. I wanted it to be like a real, as Johnny is fond of saying, wow moment. Like you come down this, honestly, like staircase, it's too long, but anyway, the very long staircase in the queue, and you come around this corner and then you see the bonsai tree, and you're gonna see the water and the steam and plants and the roller coaster going by in the background, and it should be like a real whoa kind of feeling. At least that's the intent. The story behind this blueprint is like a bit more vague than some of the other things that I built. It kind of depends on whether or not I have like a real clear narrative in my head when I start a build, or whether or not I'm just like, I want to build a Tibetan monastery and then I'll kind of figure it out as I go. This one was sort of the latter. I wanted it, I think actually like the big inspiration for me, or more so than Tibetan monastery, I was thinking like a Shangri-La kind of build. So I knew I wanted to implement some kind of like mystical elements into it. And this space, this like, maybe you could call it like nature sanctuary space, is sort of the fulfillment of that idea. I think it was also thinking about like Avatar, like the water spirit sanctuary at the North Pole. So I wanted it to be kind of like that. And so yeah, this is the part of the blueprint where I kind of go, where I let myself go ham on the detail as much as I could afford, at least. And it was the most like artistic, where I wasn't like making buildings, lining things up. I was just kind of throwing pieces at it. Nature, the Viking decorations, and then these sorcery stone columns, the hexagonal ones, are so great for that, for just building up like a kind of ruin-ish stone, very old, ancient feeling kind of place. one thing that I've been taking more into account in a lot of things that I'm making is how I'm utilizing space, like how or trying to be more intentional about the way that I utilize space, especially like using compression and expansion to complement each other. I think like when I first started off building, I was very focused on like big grand ideas and making these cool, really cool big spaces that gave the sense of scale. But I think what I was lacking was those intimate spaces where I compress it and make the environment feel much closer and much more intimate. So in this queue, I wanted to play on both of those and kind of go back and forth pretty quickly, especially in this underground area. The way that the queue winds, when it winds out towards the bonsai tree, I wanted it to open up and you're in the big space with the roller coaster, but then when it winds back, I wanted it to get like much more intimate, much more compressed. The first bend, it just goes through like a little rock cave part, and then the next bend, I wanted it to be like an ice cave, just to foreshadow a bit of what was going to come on the ride, and keep the setting in mind that this was still like mainly a snow build. Transitioning now to this last ice cave for the roller coaster. I neglected to do this during the Rockwork episode because I didn't feel like it. So we're doing it now, and I think I wanted to make sure that I didn't go too crazy on it because it's decoration for a roller coaster. You're moving by pretty fast, and just needed to get the idea across without you're not going to be able to see the micro details. So the whole time I'm building this, I'm just in my head beating that drum. Good enough is good enough. That being said, trying to convey ice with these coral pieces is a little tricky. I think they do an okay job, but they also look a little odd as ice. I think there's certain pieces you can't really use as much. You got to try to like hide the barnacle as much as you can, because that always looks odd when you're trying to make it look like ice, and you have to use that one like stalactite piece quite a bit to be your icicle, even though it doesn't really look like icicles. Like I wish we had more of a clear piece that I could intersperse in here to look like ice, but I think it came out all right. So what am I even complaining about? Jump cut to the station now, starting with the rafters again, not just because they add realism, but because it kind of helps me figure out what the heck am I going to do with this whole big space, I think. So that whole spiel I had last time about, you know, the fact that rafters help make the build look real, I also often find myself starting there just because it helps to fill out the space by first figuring out what the ceiling is going to be, and then you can kind of build down from it, or at least building, or maybe it's more just that, like, starting from the structural elements helps me fill out a lot of the space, and then I can figure out where the ornamentation needs to go in between them, and that helps it look more real, more intentional. And now I'm going to build out this first half, or actually the whole overbank turn. But starting on this first half where it interacts with the exit path, and where we're actually put in a ride photo booth. I put this one off till the last because I knew it was going to be really difficult, because there was like a lot of different things coming together: the building, the gift shop, the exit path, the ride photos, the ride itself, and it's also coming up from like a tunnel through the underground area, so I had to make that transition make sense, and also figure out what the heck am I going to do with this interior. So I threw some wood at it, because the wood pieces are nice, and these Viking jetties are a pretty good start, just to put some put a skeleton on things, and then I slowly kind of whittle at it. And I'm actually quite happy with how this ended up looking like, even though when I started, or at least I was kind of dreading this part of the build kind of the whole time. And now on the other side of the overbank, much like the queue, I'm doing stone. So it's wood on one side, stone on the other side on the queue. Same thing inside these buildings. Was that intentional? Was it a happy accident? Am I only realizing it now as I'm recording and I'm trying to put some kind of post hoc rationalization on it? Definitely not. No, this was all intentional. I knew this all along, so it's a weird question to ask. And now coming full circle, we're back at the beginning where we started with the underground centerpiece, and I wanted to add some stalactites in the ceiling just to reinforce that mystical feel, and also just give it that give the ceiling some visual interest that I think actually really ended up complementing the whole space. And this also kind of inspired the description that I came up with, where I talked about the elements combining in the heart of the mountain, because I think we have all of the classical elements represented here. And I know like the classical elements are water, earth, wind, and fire, but I think in Eastern traditions there's actually 5 or maybe 6 classical elements, because I think they also have wood and maybe steel. At least that's what I remember from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But whichever set you choose, I could come up with a justification that it's represented here somehow. So yay verily. And that is a wrap on the Coaster Makeover Challenge. I thought about doing like a live walkthrough, but it doesn't quite look as good on my computer because I don't have the global illumination, so I'd be switching back and forth between night and day a lot, and then there's a weird thing with the snow and the global illumination. So just go check out the Coaster Makeover Challenge videos created by Johnny at Ch5 Gaming. I have them linked in the description, or you can download it yourself. That's also in the description, but I would recommend the former. Go check out the videos. It looks really good there, and there's also a lot of really spectacular builds by a lot of other people in the challenge, and you can see how they chose to interpret the same roller coaster. So yeah, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.